guys, this is Lana. Today's video is about phonetics and pronunciation. You have been asking on Instagram to talk a little bit more about that. So in today's video, I'm going to talk you through my story of practicing and then coming to where I am with my accent, with my pronunciation. Obviously, English is not my first language, and I've started learning English when I was about 15. Before that, I was like, not really, not what I want to do. And then when it started really serious, it was about when I started my university. And something to remember that is my profession. So I did a degree in English philology and in English language. So it's not just that I'm speaking like that off the top of my head. I've actually been doing that for about 15 years now, 20 years, but 5 years of that was at university when I was professionally trained. And one of the modules that we studied was phonetics, and that was my favorite module ever, because you get to practice, but also you get to learn the theory of the sounds and of the speech organs and how the human speech organs work and how they're different across different languages and pronunciations. So you get to learn the theory of phonetics and things like the International Phonetics alphabet, and then how sounds are actually different in each language. So for example, a sound R in English would be different from the sound R in Russian, and that's what is making us sound foreign. So there's the theory of it, and secondly, you get to practice, and that's the best part, because in a lot of probably subjects, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're kind of learning the theory and then the practice comes way after. No, here exactly how it works is you learn a little bit about theory, and then you go and get to practice pronouncing those sounds at the right pitch, at the right tone. So some of you who are doing music will probably get that quite fast, but I've never done a degree in music and I don't play any musical instruments. That was very hard, but at the same time I really enjoyed it. So there's a few exercises that you can try that will probably get you up to speed really quickly without lots of training. And remember, I've been studying that for five years in total, so that's hard work. There's an exercise called shadow reading, which I absolutely enjoyed. Basically, you were given an audio recording of some kind of length. Don't take a very long one, maybe like a couple of minutes, and then you're given the script, and you're given the kind of, it's almost like an instruction, the kind of behind the scenes thing, where you know exactly at which tone, at which pitch, and which sound from the International Phonetics alphabet you are pronouncing. So you can practice. So it's almost like singing. You're practicing each specific sound, which specific space within that text. So you've got the visual, you've got the audio that you're listening of the example of the narrator. And then what you're doing is that at the same time you're listening and reading. And then the idea is you do that so many other times that you almost like learn the text by heart, and then you get to shadow read. So you do it at the same time with the narrator looking at the text, and that's when you're making it perfect. So every time you go through this text, you're making it perfect. More and more and more, so it gets better and better and better and better. And that way you're a bit like a child. You're picking up those patterns, and once that pattern comes up in real life, that's when you just already like, oh, I know how it works, and that's how it sounds, instead of being lost and not sure how to say that. So that's the exercise I would recommend. And there's a fantastic movie that talks about different accents and phonetics, and how in the UK your accent sometimes can be a signal or kind of a sign of which class you're from, and then how certain people are trying to either drop their accent or try and get that received pronunciation or the standard British accent. So I watched the movie. It's quite inspiring how Eliza Dolittle was trying to get a different accent, and she was quite successful in that. So can you. It just means learning a little bit of theory and then getting a lot of practice through kind of the right types of exercises. I hope that helps, and let me know how you're getting on and send me your videos of your shallow reading practicing.